Okay. I think I'm up. Okay, hello. Like, you ever go live or you're trying to do something on social media or just using the computer and all of a sudden you're like, what? There's an error message? What the what? Never got it. That's literally what happened to me after I hit the go live button. So hopefully we're going live. I am Pamela Petrick and I'm coming to you live from my home here in Ocala, Florida. And so question for you, do you ever have cravings? And I'm not talking specifically about sugar cravings, but they're part of the cravings. But do you ever have cravings like for chips or for pizza or for candy? And you're like, what the what? Well, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to stop those cravings in less than 5 minutes. Some of these tips you're going to be like, oh, so easy peasy to do. Others, you're like, oh, take a little time before you see a difference. But in less than 5 minutes, 3 tips to stop those cravings in less than 5 minutes. Whatever that craving is, whether it be sugar, whether it be for starchy foods, whether it be for pizza, for the pasta. Now, I'm not saying pasta's bad, but sometimes if you keep eating it and eating it, sometimes that can be a little detrimental to our waistline, right? I am Pamela Petrick, and I'm coming to you live from my home here in Ocala, Florida, where I have not had a whole lot of sleep this week. If you watch my Facebook stories and watching my posts on Facebooks, apparently I had a family of possums living under my house. Yeah, and so like Monday night was when I got a clue that this was happening, although we didn't realize it was a whole family. So apparently my house has given birth. So Monday night, I'm hearing my cats are like at the AC vents, and my vents are on the floor. The floor vents are not the ceiling vents. And they're like at the vent, just sniffing, not acting any crazy, not ground hissing, just like at the vent. I'm like, okay, well, what's going on there? And not like an hour later, I had just gotten ready for bed, brushed my teeth, did all that good stuff, was shutting off the lights. I passed my second bathroom, which is on my way to my bedroom, and I see this little face in the AC vent and clawing to get into my house. So yeah, at first I thought it was a rat, but it's actually an opossum, a small opossum. Yeah, so I'm like trying to call my dad, because who do you call, right? I mean, I don't live with anyone, I have a significant other. I'm like, I'm calling dad. He wasn't answering the phone. This was like 11:30 at night. So I get my car and I drive over to his house, ring the door, and I'm like freaking out, acting all girl. I'm like, there's a possum or a rat or something. It's in the AC grate. I'm not going to get any sleep because I kept hearing the scratching and it was quite loud. So he comes over, opens up the grate, like tries to catch it when we had a cat carrier all set and he was going to, drive away and put it in the woods somewhere. He missed it. The little thing was too fast for him and it got caught in the corner. So he's like, we'll just come back tomorrow and see what we can do about it, right? So not 10 minutes after he left the first time, it was going from AC vent to AC vent to AC vent, trying to get into my house. I'm thinking, I'm not going to sleep at all. What the what? So once again, I drive over there, ring the doorbell. Hey, Dad. Literally 10 minutes after he left, I'm still hearing the noises. So by this time, he's like, I can't get it. He's too fast. And so all night long, I did not get any sleep. Like 24 hours later, I still didn't get any sleep, right? So finally I got some live traps and we set them at the AC vent where we had last seen him. And the first night, and then the second night I got another live trap and it was small and I put it under the house. So every morning when we check the traps, we have at least 1 or 2 opossums in the traps. So we've been releasing them in the same wooded area. Don't know where Mom is. We're hoping we're going to catch Mom so that we can send her back. So that was my whole week, dealing with opossums and learning how to set live traps. So YouTube is awesome. If you ever want to know how to do something like physical, like you don't know, like I didn't know how to set up the trap. It was my friend's. It didn't come with instructions. She kind of showed me real quick, but by the time I get home and set it, YouTube, man, awesome. So 3 tips, all that to say that, sometimes life happens, right? There's always going to be something that's going to happen, but these tools and techniques that I give you are very practical and they're easy to do because We all know life happens. Sometimes your house is birthing opossums and you don't sleep. But yet these are tools and techniques that anyone can do regardless of their stage in life or how much weight they have to use. So 3 tips to stop those cravings. Because I was stressed and sleep deprived. So 3 tips for you. And I actually used one big time, like all week long. Which tip number 1? Here's the tip I use. Chew gum. But not only that, but chew it while you're meal prepping or cooking. Do you ever feel like, when you're cooking and you're tasting this and tasting that, by the time you actually sit down to your meal, you're not really that hungry anymore because you've tasted so much of it while you were actually cooking the meal. But yet because you're sitting down and you want dinner and at that dinner time you're still eating more and you tend to overeat, chew gum while you are meal prepping to stop the craving of eating the food. Right? You don't have to taste everything, just like a little spoonful to taste that. You don't need to eat a whole thing. So that's tip number 1. Chew gum when you have the craving, but also chew gum when you're meal prepping. Tip number 2, drink a glass of water, like a whole glass of water, and then you're going to wait 5 to 10 minutes. Wait 5 minutes. If you feel like you still have that craving, wait another 5 minutes or drink another glass of water. And then tip number 3, brush your teeth after meals. This works really well, especially if you are one to want to have dessert or something really sweet after dinner. After cravings, whenever I ask the question, do you have after dinner cravings? Almost every woman raises their hand or they say yes. So brush your teeth after you eat dinner, because when you have something sweet, ever like eat something right after you brush your teeth, you're like, oh, that tastes really nasty. That will prevent us from having that sweetness, from eating that sweetness that's going to prevent us from losing the weight. So tip number 1, brush your teeth when you get those cravings and also while you're meal prepping so they don't, aren't be eating so much. Tip number 2, drink a glass of water, like a whole glass of water. And then tip number 3, brush your teeth, especially after dinner, if after dinner sugar cravings are your struggle or any craving after dinner. Mine tends to be eating leftover pizza. So I had to, brush my teeth. Mine at night can be the starchy foods. So start brushing my teeth after dinner and you'd see a big difference. All right, so I gave you some tips on how to catch opossums. Yes, earlier on. Just set your live trap, let me tell you. And YouTube it. Seriously, I just watched the video on how to set it because I didn't know. And they worked. All right, so by the way, workshop Saturday, August 31st is my next free workshop where it's going to be 4 keys to end those sugar cravings so that you can lose weight and double your energy and get your energy back. It will be at the Egg and I will post a link to that in the description in the comments below. Seating is limited, so please register. All right, to your health, and I'll catch you on the next broadcast.